In this video, you're going to see the definition of derivative from the idea of the limit. If you have not watched our first video, I recommend it to do it because this is kind of the second part of that video. In the first video, we talk about limit, but now we're going to talk about just the definition of limit, the definition of derivative using limit. In this video, you are going to see what is that approach, and you are going to see how that works in the world of algebra, the heavy algebra that you need to do in order to finally get the derivative of a function. So I invite you to stay with us and just look at it. This is the definition of derivative. It's no more than a limit, and this is important in calculus, that when we make the transition to derivative, to differentiation, we have to understand that differentiation is no more than finding a limit. So it's just finding the limit. But look at the structure. The structure tells you a lot. The structure tells you that you are working with slope formula. Remember the slope formula, the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 that we learned in middle school, 7th grade math. The rise over run, this is just that. So the derivative is the slope of the tangent line as the limit of a slopes of secant lines as the 2 points get infinitely close together. This is the idea. This is the idea. We are finding the limit of the slopes. That is that expression f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. So if we understand the definition of derivative, if we understand that we are finding a limit, if we understand that we are finding the limit of a slopes of secant lines that Isaac Newton was approximating until that secant lines become in a tangent line, is everything that you need to know for calculus. That's it. This is all. Let's see one example right now in which we are going to find that limit of slopes of secant lines. Now we know the y. But now is the time to do the how. How can we do it? And the strategy here is simple. Compute f of x plus h by replacing every x with x plus h. This is my first algebraic approach. We subtract f of x and simplify the numerator. We had to be alert because at some point we are going to factor out some values or some variables, and then at the end is when we take the limit as h approaches to 0. This is the idea. When you're facing a test question or you're facing a question in mathematics, it's important to know the why. Okay, the why is we are finding the limits of the slopes of the secant lines to a function in order to get that particular line that is tangent and to get that slope that is tangent, the slope of the line that is tangent, and then boom, we have the rate of change at that particular point. This is the why. And now the how is when we dive into the problem, into a specific problem, and we need to solve it. So we need strategies. And one of the strategies using the definition of the derivative is to compute f of x plus h. And then we subtract f of x from that expression. We factor out, and then we take the limit. Let's see it in action. Now we have this function right here, the 3x squared minus x. We have the definition of limit. I'm going to do f of x plus h first, which is the first big part of the algebra here. So I'm going to use 3 times x plus h to the power of 2. Okay, this is what I'm doing. Minus x plus h right here. So this is equal to we apply the binomial square. So it's x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Okay, this is just the binomial square formula, minus x minus h. And we can multiply here. We have 6xh plus just distributive property minus x minus h. This is f of x plus h. This is only this part of the slope formula. So whatever you see the x, you're going to put x plus h. And you're going to put x plus h. And you apply the distributive property, and then you combine like terms if it's possible. If it's not possible, it's okay. We are not ready for that step yet. So let's put all of that f of x plus h back into the limit structure. Let's do it now. Now we are ready to find the limit. So we are going to plug in this expression here where f of x plus h is. So let me do it right here. So I'm going to put exactly the same expression, 3x squared plus 6xh plus 3h to the power of 2 minus x minus h minus the function. The function is 3x squared plus x. Remember, when I multiply by negative, change the sign for 3x squared and the sign for minus x, which is now plus x. So all of that is divided by h. So I'm going to keep it on this side here, and we are ready to start canceling. No? 3x squared cancel with 3x with minus 3x squared. And let's see, minus x with plus x. So what is left here is 3h squared. Let me do it in order. It's beautiful. So 3h squared plus 6xh minus h right here. All of that divided by h. And in our strategy, we said that we are ready to factor out. We are going to factor out h. So we factor out h. We finish with, it's just dividing by h. So we get 3h plus 6x minus 1 divided by h. So we cancel the h. And now we are ready to evaluate the limit when h approaches to 0 of 3h plus 6x minus 1. And this is no more than 3 times 0 plus 6x minus 1. So the final answer here is 6x minus 1. And this is the limit of the secant, the limit of the slopes of the secant equal to 6x minus 1. Of course, if you know the power rule, you can do that in a second. But we're not using the power rule because we are assuming that we don't know the power rule yet in calculus. We just know the first definition of derivative using the limit, because the limit is just that, is the approximation of those slopes. If you like videos like this, give us a like, share to people that wants to maybe can get benefit of it. Don't forget to be part of Math Topics. Consider joining Math Topics. Also, don't forget to visit our website. Yes, we have a website and we are still working on it, but I want your opinions. I want that you leave your comments below about how the website looks, how the 2 apps that I have created works. If you see that something needs to be changed, please, you're more than welcome. You're part of this family. Thank you so much. I love you.